about this assistant of this bulk water, basically of this pipe that is going to be put back to the community. What does that mean to you?
Yes, in fact, we've been making commitments to the members of the public that will respond to their plight of shortages of water. And what impacted to that shortage is that our main pipe, Southern Aqueduct, which supply the southern part, your Shallcross, Chatsworth, you talk about Umlazi, Folweni, and Ntsimbini, those areas have been impacted negatively because the aging infrastructure have expressed itself in a way that we had to shut the other pipe, which is concrete, to shut it down. It was not operational. So the quantity of water that was expected in these areas has been a very shortage of this supply of water. So the demand have been surpassing the supply. So that have impacted negative to the people's lives. As a result, the city had to take a decision that we need to reoperate this pipe which was shut down, and it is a 24-kilometer pipe. We have appointed two major contractors, WUK and Icon, to undertake this project. They are given 24 months to complete this project. But in the first 6 months of this project, they are given an assignment that they need to expedite the process within a period of 6 months. As they've already started now in April, we'll need to see an improvement in terms of quantity of water that we supply to these areas. So the challenge in the areas and sections, Shallcross, Chatsworth and other areas that have been prevailing for quite some time, it is now going to be attended to and it's going to be resolved. But we know it is not going to be a total complete of response. They will continue up until they complete the entire project in 24 months. So we'll expect that after 24 months everything will come back to normalcy and people will be starting to receive water as expected. And we've been apologizing to our communities that really this project is one of the projects that is going to be costing us a lot in one area in this section of the south, which will be 1.2 billion rands. So therefore we've been securing those resources. They are now available. We are starting with this 50 million now, but after June we complete all the other SCM processes, then the project will be allocated exact amount that is needed to fix the challenge.
We also understand that, Mayor, also other parts of eThekwini still have the challenge of water, your Phoenix, your KwaXimba areas. What update do you have? Because the municipality have been putting the time frames, but they've failed to meet those time frames.
No, we didn't fail. We'll tell you that we committed the 15th of February. That 15th of February, water came back, but there were some challenges, which does not mean we failed. Then we continued the project up until the 28th, and the strike came in between and disturbed the pace in which we're moving to reinstall water in those areas. But we are happy that all the air valves have been completed. 70 of them have been put in the area, and now we are about to commission another pipe which will also reinforce the supply of water to these areas and should make improvement to your Verulam, Phoenix and other northern areas that happen north. So that is about to happen, and we'll call you to come and join us when we are commissioning that pipe. They are just finishing some small details in that project. But on top of that, the communities of the north, Yontuzuma, Lindelani, KwaMancinza, Inanda, those communities are still suffering because when our power station caught fire, it affected the manner in which we supply water through our pump station number 2 in Duzum. So instead of getting all those communities back to the system, we were only able, with the immediate maintenance that we conducted, to put only 50% of communities. So now we've allocated 35 million. That project is also starting, which will then reinstate people to the system, and they'll start enjoying their right of accessing water as expected. So we understand it, but that is not also going to be a totality intervention or a pocket of intervention that is complete, because we are still undergoing a process of implementing the new dam, all the dams that are around us as a city, they are unable to give us the source of water that we need. So we need an additional 400 million megaliters of water to be put in the system so that we can be able to supply residents of eThekwini adequately. So that project is about to start. The minister is leading that project together with ourselves as a city. So we are working hard to ascertain that those communities who have been suffering for quite some time, there will be a permanent answer. But that answer, building a big dam of that magnitude will take longer. They are estimating to 2032. We said they must come down to 2030, 2027. So they are working on that, the engineers, because we do not want to build a dam that will also bring about disaster. So we just push them hard. We say bring it within 3 years. Then in the next coming 5 years, that dam damages the properties of people and we lose lives. So it's important that we also understand the technical work that engineers are doing, because we as politicians, we are under pressure, but we mustn't put unnecessary pressure to the engineers in such a way that they'll commit mistakes on the way, and those mistakes will also cost all of us with the residents.
But Mayor, there's also Amadelango Gbona that are always hijacking projects like this. Is there anything that is planned from the municipal side to try and avoid those kind of disturbance?
Amadelango Gbona is a certain organization, but they are business forums. So we cater for the beneficiation of local businesses. But there is nowhere where, as a city, will allow an environment where people will just come on site and close the project and demand extortion. That is not going to be allowed. If it happens, we'll intervene immediately, and police are ready to clear that out. But we'll expect that local businesses, those who are professional, because this is our obligation as a city by the laws of this country, that 30% should be reserved for local beneficiation. That is going to happen, but in a proper way. It's not going to be catering for everybody, for all business forums, and we can't expect people to bring firearms on site and intimidate companies and demand that they are the ones that get appointed. So we are going to make sure that that doesn't happen, and people will get opportunities as they are made available.